Well, folks, I'm sure many of you have seen the controversy that has broken out between, I would say, our former friend, Steven Crowder, and those of us here at the Daily Wire.
Either this has to stop, or I'm going to have to stop.
And it makes me sick to my stomach. I know that my business partner, Jeremy Boring, has made him sick to his stomach as well, because we had always considered Steven a friend. I was Steven's first lawyer. I helped negotiate his contract with Fox News, going all the way back. It's got to be at least over a decade. And Steven and I had always been very friendly. I know Jeremy was even friendlier with Steven, had counseled him in very rough times. I had personally attempted to intervene when Steven was demonetized in June 2019 on YouTube. I actually sounded off so loudly that the people at YouTube reached out to me, and Susan Wojcicki, the head of YouTube, got on the phone with me, and I reamed her out over demonetizing Steven. And I hope it made a difference. Look, I think that Steven is an incredibly talented comedian. I also think that what he is doing to my friend Jeremy Boring right now is one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen in politics. It really is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. In order to understand what's happening, I think you have to understand a couple of things. So, for those who missed the story, basically, we offered Steven a term sheet, a non-binding term sheet. A non-binding term sheet is exactly what it sounds like. It is a list of terms for a proposed negotiation for a contract. And then negotiation happens, then you come to a final contract. That is what a non-binding term sheet is. His agent had solicited us to make him an offer. This is when he was in his closing days with the Blaze. And so we sent him over a non-binding term sheet for $50 million over the course of 4 years, with an additional 2-year option at $25 million.
So we all know about the brawl that has been ongoing between Steven Crowder and the Daily Wire. And Ben Shapiro came out to make this video to also clear the air as to what went wrong. So I had to say that I personally don't have anything with Steven Crowder or Ben Shapiro. As a matter of fact, I disagree with Ben Shapiro most of the times, because I watch his videos and I listen to what he says, and sometimes some of the things he says are just like watch, I personally do not agree with some of them. So, and I have done a few videos just disputing that. When I hear him say something which I do not agree, I will react and I will say why I think what he said is not okay with me. Now, it might be okay with other people, but not okay with me. So that's why I will just say for myself, right? Like I have said it before, I believe we live in a democratic society where everyone has rights to their opinions. And it's always a good place when we allow people to share their concern, to have their voices heard. It will be better for us all if we learn to listen to each other. Whether we agree with others or not, we should hear them out first. So I believe in that kind of society. But I have to say this, right? I think that what Steven Crowder did was kind of like a crying baby. He behaved really like a child. A contract is between two people. And when you are given a contract, as a landed person, as an adult, you have the right to read it carefully. You have the right to go through all the rules and regulation and clauses in the contract. If there are some few things that you find uncomfortable, you always have the right to meet with the other person to renegotiate on those things. And if it comes to a point that you guys can no longer renegotiate on the point, you guys can go your separate ways. That is how a contract works. If we do not agree, we can all go our separate ways, right? No harm done. But for Steven Crowder to take this on air and start blasting the Daily Wire is really unprofessional. One would thought that Steven Crowder would be more knowledgeable to understand that things like that are not really that necessary. You get the contract, you like the contract, you sign it. You don't like the contract, you don't sign it. And this is one of those rare occasions where I really agree with Ben Shapiro 100% that what Stephen did was kind of like a crazy man thing. It really didn't have any base whatsoever, that it was totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. You took the contract on air and you started making it a big deal. When you wanted to go to the Daily Wire to have a deal with them, no one knew about it. When you asked them for more money, allegedly, no one knew about it. When they said no, then you now brought it to us. You now brought it on air and start saying how the contract was terrible. The contract was this, was that, was that, was this. But no one forced to sign it. No, you don't have to sign it if you don't like it, right? You don't have to sign it. I think we all live in a society where we all have the right to our choices. We all have the right to choose what we like and what we don't like. So this whole thing between Stephen Crowder, the Daily Wire, was really unnecessary. If he hadn't been a crybaby and tried to call attention, to seek attention by bringing this on air, it wasn't necessary at all, Stephen. So next time, we will hope that you maybe put on some big man pants and learn how to handle situation in a more matured way, not like this. But then again, like I said, I have no beef with any of them. I just thought it was wise to say that things like this are not really necessary, and that if someone hands you a contract that you don't like, you can always renegotiate. And if it comes to a point that the two of you cannot renegotiate anymore, then you can all just go your separate ways. Simple as that. But you guys out there, what do you think about this whole thing between Stephen Crowder, Ben Shapiro, and the Daily Wire? Do you think that Stephen Crowder had a point bringing this whole contract thing on the air? Or was it just a way for him to call more attention or to seek more attention from the public? Because that's what it looks to me. But I would like to hear what you have to say. So leave us a comment below. And please do not forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because little bit of goodwill, like the one you are doing just now, help us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful. So thank you very much, and like always, see you in the next one.